Welcome to Jay's Journey. It's coffee time here. It's about 3 a.m. and that's about when I get up every morning. I just can't seem to sleep much later than that anymore. And I'm getting ready. I like to have my cup of coffee in the morning, and it's time where I start thinking not just about my day. It happens to be a Sunday morning, which is my favorite time because it's very quiet. There's something peaceful about it. It's a day of rest, ordered by God Almighty Himself. I like to just sit here and get ready for what I call my hour of power. I have that every day. It's from 4 to 5 o'clock. And it's a time when I do very much inspirational things, like I like to read. I'll meditate, I'll pray, I'll read. Right now, I'm reading a book. I'm going to do a shameless plug for my friend, Tom Mandela, who wrote this book. And he's written quite a few books, which I found out. I worked with him for many years at Qual Paint Company, and I had no idea who was an author. He gave me this book to read. It's a very good history book about World War II, B-17 bombers, and what the young men went through, especially a young man named Armin Sedgley is what the book is really about, his story as a Northern bombardier on a B-17 crew. This is Tom's book. It's From Maine to Corsica and Beyond by Tom Mandela. It's available on Amazon. Highly recommend it for anybody who's a history buff, especially around World War II and aviation, the birth of the Air Force, actually. So, great book. I highly recommend it. And it's fascinating what these people went through. It was fascinating about World War II, how we got ramped up for that war and built these beautiful flying machines. I enjoy reading stuff like that. Think about things. I get inspired during that hour of power. Sometimes I'll use it to set my schedule for the day. Go into my calendar and figure out where I got to be at what time. Then usually after that I'll start working. Bill. So under the contractor's name or the customer's name? Doing the dishes is so much fun. It'll work. This is estimates for my paint company I work on. It's a lot of work, but I love it. I really enjoy it. And I like this moment with my coffee in the morning. And another thing I do sometimes is I'll noodle on an instrument, one of my guitars, a mandolin, and I should do a review on this. Hello, Jay here, and I interrupted that quiet Sunday morning coffee moment with a loud banjo piece here to do the little review on the R.W. Jameson banjo that I got from Amazon for $169. And this is actually not a banjo. It's a banjar or a gitjo. It's a 6-string banjo. It's awesome. If you can play guitar, you can play this instrument. You might have to kind of work on your finger picking skills a little bit. I was a little rusty. I don't really do traverse picking, but if you do, you've got an advantage. This is an awesome instrument. I was showing people some things about it. Oh, I still got a little piece of plastic on there. I'll get that off there. Maybe I'll get that off later. Anyway, I've had it into the luthier to have some work done. Had the action lowered. Had the drum tightened. Intonation on it's great. It's awesome. We're using it in the Senior Discounts, which is the name of my band. I don't know if I talked about the Senior Discounts, but I'm in a band called the Senior Discounts, and it's all a bunch of us old guys, and we do folk rock, some contemporary stuff, some bluegrass, some country, a little bit of everything. So that being said, I'm going to play a little piece that I wrote many years ago, and it lends itself well to this instrument. So let's give it a whirl, see what happens, huh? I got a Main Street view apartment, I can see the people hustling and bustling all day long. At night the lights are bright, in the day the sun is warm, and the traffic makes noise all the time. And I've been running for too long now, it's got to be a better way. Well, I keep on running now, there's some things you can't mend, Lord knows trouble in the end. This life that we're living is getting out of hand. It's a hot damn soap opera world. It seems that a woman, she has to share her man with every woman that she can. And I've been running for too long now, it's got to be a better way. Well, I keep on running now, cause some things you can't mend, Lord knows trouble in the end. This is a 6-string banjo, so it plays like a guitar, just like a guitar. It's a Jameson, R.W. Jameson. We'll do a quick review of R.W. Jameson banjo. So I ordered this off of Amazon because I play with a group called the Senior Discounts, as you know. And I play mandolin a lot because we have 2 guitar players, so it's kind of redundant to have another one sometimes, although sometimes I play guitar too. But I was thinking about a banjo sound, and we've been thinking we do some country songs or bluegrassy type songs. I don't know why, I just was perusing through Amazon and different instruments, and the 6-string banjo came up, and they had this one for $169. And I think I had some kind of rewards or something with some kind of special Amazon gift card or something, I can't remember. So I got it shipped to me, and I love it. And it's just like a guitar. It's a beautiful instrument. I think it's pretty well made. The frets and the fretboard are excellent. There's no digging into your hands on the sides of the frets. It's got, let's just kind of look at it real quick here. It's got like the drum head there. It's got the big resonator on the back, which can be taken off if you don't like it. And the fretboard, it's a basic guitar fretboard. The tuners aren't bad. They're not, best in the world, but they're not bad. I can cope with them. When I got it out of the box, I don't have my finger picks. I need finger picks to play this, but I don't have them with me. But anyway, great instrument that we use with the band and incorporated into there. It was awesome. $169, you just can't beat it. Now, I did take it to a luthier. I spent an extra $100 because I had them do a little bit with the truss rod and take the action. The action was pretty high, and I think they had 11 or 12 gauge strings on it when I got it. It was a big, heavy string, especially the bass strings were really big and heavy, and the action was high, so it was a little bit more difficult to play. I brought it to my favorite luthier, where I live here in the Denver area of Colorado, is over at the Folklore Center on South Pearl Street, and John is the name of the luthier. This is it, the Denver Folklore Center. Hey, there he is.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, John's my guy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Thanks.
Hi, John.
This is my daughter,
Nice to meet you.
Cheyenne.
They are both in there. And
Cool.
Very good.
All right, thanks a lot, John.
I did end up putting a pickup in there, and it sounds, oh my God, it sounds so much better.
Good.
And I put your original pickup is in the case with
Cool.
all the information, and the banjo plays so much better.
Oh, thank you so much, John. You're my
I'll
man.
cover.
You're the man. I'm going to tell everybody I'm making it.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. See you later.
Phone. at this. So this is the other folklore center. Show the guitars. So
Pretty darn.
Hi, how are you?
Is it what?
How reliable is the Bluetooth?
Oh, pretty reliable. Yeah.
just having to shoot because I want to show my buddies.
Do those ever drop out right in the middle
And I want to make sure
Yeah, totally.
they know they're ready.
I think so long as you're, relatively close to your computer, within probably.
Okay, there's another option would be just go with a stereo out an 8-inch computer. Headphone jack. Yeah. And then a 1/4 inch.
Excuse me.
This.
Either or.
Actually, I think
1/8
this is the place.
They have two options on that. Yeah.
So what I told you.
There, and he does a great job. I bring a lot of my instruments to him all the time, and they lowered it down and tightened the drum head and showed me how to do all the tightening because I knew nothing about banjos, and I'm not naturally inclined to know how to work on instruments. I can play them, but there's a lot of nuances and subtleties and things you have to know. Scales, when these nuts and these bridges and everything working together, and everything's made out of wood, which is it's a living, breathing instrument, and changes with temperature and humidity. So and it needs to be played. I always say an instrument needs to be loved. I have a lot of instruments, and if I leave a guitar in the case for 6 months or something and don't play it, when I take it out, it's kind of strange, and it needs to be played for a while, and it seems to kind of fall back into place, or sometimes after a period of time you need to get back in and have it tweaked or adjusted. But I can't say enough about this. R.W. Jameson, I don't know what the model number was on this. Let's see. 6-string banjo. Anyway, I love it. It's great to play, and I'll noodle around in the mornings on an instrument sometimes. I have to be kind of quiet because my family's sleeping a lot of times. But, so that's it. It's a beautiful, the back is beautiful wood on the resonator. I haven't decided yet whether to take that off or not. I like the idea of the resonator being on there at this point because I don't have a pickup in it yet. You can have a pickup put in it just like you do your acoustic guitars and have a 1/4 inch jack. Right now I'm just hot miking it with a condenser mic out in front. So that seems to be working out pretty good. The resonator helps the sound come through a little bit more. If you want a little more mellow and not as harsh of a sound, you can take the resonator off. A lot of guys do. I haven't done that yet. I kind of like the beauty of it and for the protection, and it seems to give the instrument a lot more stability, makes it a little bit more hardier, I think. I don't know. Maybe that's just a perception on my part, but it's got this beautiful resonator on the back. It's wood, nice chrome armrest, and yeah, great instrument. If you want to play banjo and you're like me, a guitar player, and you can't deal with that 5th string on top, in a 5-string banjo they got that little string halfway up here. I don't know if it's tuned to a D or something. I think they G open tune it to a G chord, but like a G modal chord or something, and then I think that top little string is a high E or D or something, D I think. And I can't deal with it when I'm picking. I always want to go down to that lower string, and when I do, it doesn't work. You have to work with the 4 top strings of 4. Anyway, but with this, I can Travis pick it. Anyway, so that's my banjo. So it's Sunday morning. I'm walking in here. There's the grandkids at the table behind me. You can see that for about 100 years.
Really?
Yeah.
This video?
I watched it.
I'm in it.
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
Now you're a star. Are you making the next video?
Yeah.
No. I was just me in my pajamas.
This is Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
Waffles
And a cheese.
Sunday
and coffee.
It's the family section.
That's the family section.
That's brilliant.
Alright, we gotta
All right. Here we are at the senior discount practices. Dave, right behind me. Say hi, Dave. Thank you. Hi, Dave. He cooked something that y'all got to see. We have, this is, our rehearsals are more culinary fests than
Yes.
or anything else. And thank God we
It's
have.
like Methodist get-togethers. It's all about the food.
That's right. And here we go. And here's Rob. Say hi, Rob. Hi, Rob. Yeah. There it is.
This is the reason I
Oh,
come
yeah.
here. So
Smoked. Smoked. Freshly
pork
smoked.
loin,
Oh, man.
something.
Pork belly.
Pork belly. Oh
Pork
my God.
belly, yeah.
I know all about pork belly.
Yeah, well, we won't go there. All right. And then we got Donnie in here. Bob's not here today, but we are rehearsing. There's Monsieur Donnie. How are you, Donnie?
Hello, hello.
Yes. You got to get some of that pork belly Dave made.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Mix it in with my McDonald's I had this morning.
What? McDonald's? Huh? All right.
What would that be?
Goodbye. I have to go to work now.